There's really history on every grain of sand on this beach.
Hanlan's Point Beach on the western shore of the Toronto Islands has been a space inhabited by the LGBTQ+ community for decades.
This is actually Canada's most historic queer space. Queer people have been coming and taking up space here for nearly a century, through times when it was illegal to be a queer person, when you couldn't be openly trans. So the fact that this space existed and then persisted for as long as it has is really something special.
It's here that Canada's first Pride celebration was held in 1971.
We were young radicals, young utopians when we went to Parliament Hill, and then we came here and we publicized the fact that we were having a gay Pride picnic. That was an act of bravery. It was an act of courage.
Organizers say it's not just about coming out and celebrating a historically queer spot, but actually taking up space is a form of resistance.
There have been some recent issues of homophobia, transphobia, and bigotry and harassment towards the queer community in this most historic space. So what we want to do is make sure that people feel comfortable to come back, take up space here, and claim this space as their own.
But it's not just harassment that's putting the space at risk.
Well, it's eroded physically, right? The beach used to continue much farther. Now they've put in new sand, but the erosion meant that the clothing optional area and kind of the queer area kept getting smaller and smaller.
Last year, the city created a new section of beach just south of the older section. But the advocacy group Friends of Hanlan's wants to make sure the original part of the beach is maintained for the future.
It hasn't been a top priority for really anyone for a long time. So making sure that there actually still is a beach that people can come and visit, especially when it means so much to them, is important.
The city officially recognized Hanlan's as a historically significant space for the queer community earlier this year. Tyler Cheese, CBC News, Toronto.